Hello, okay, so this is going to be one of the many tutorial videos we've got for Warsim lately. This one is different to the usual gameplay. This is adding a custom race tutorial, so it's something that has been requested. Obviously, originally adding a new race, a custom race, was difficult. I made it a sort of internal system in the game as opposed to using the external systems of the game. And I'm going to show you the process of that. So we're going to go into extras, and we're going to create your own race. And let's think of a name of a race. So, I don't know. We've already got quite a lot of races in the game. I'm trying to think of something we don't have already. What could we do? So, let's go with... I don't know. We'll think of something cool. How about... I'm not very good at this. How about some sort of soul eaters, we'll call them. Just random thought. So we'll call this race Soul Eaters. They're a completely new race. So now we want to choose what colour skin they have. So Soul Eaters, they're evil, they're dingy. Let's make them dark grey. Are they evil? Yes, they are. Okay, choose the population level. So the average of humans is 100, goblins is 200, half giants is 15. The idea is that the stronger a race, the lower the population level will be. So we're going to make these guys... Soul Eaters sound pretty rough, so we're going to make them about as populous as half giants, maybe just a bit less common. So there'll be barely any of them, but there'll be lots of them. The civilization level is how easy it is to speak to them. If they've got anything below 3, if they're 3 or below, they'll be savage, and you won't be able to have any diplomacy with them. So we're going to set them as a 2. The name of the race is lowest tier level. So these are Soul Eaters. So we're going to call the lowest one a Soul Eater. Sounds about right. Okay, Soul Eater. So now we've got to choose their strength as a unit. By default, a peasant's strength, for example, is 50, and that is the lowest tier unit of us. Soldiers are 100, and knights are 150. So generally you don't want to set this too high. Soul Eaters sound tough, and they're quite rare. So we're going to do them as we're going to go 220. So they're already tougher than our toughest unit on their lowest unit. So this race will be insanely difficult to fight. The second one, we'll call it a Soul Eater Reaver. Question mark? No question mark. And they will have a battle score of 420. Why not? And then finally, the leader, or not the leader, but the knight level, Soul Eater Plane Walker. How about that? Sounds good. And we're going to set that to 620. Now we've got to describe our race without using any full stops. So I'm going to go with the usual naming convention, or the usual style, which is known as a blah blah blah. So, known as a race of spectral... I don't know what... spectral creatures. They are often found on battlefields, or on old, decaying battlefields. No. Removing the life from the... and left for dead. So that's just some random spiel. Quite hard to make stuff up on the spot, but obviously if you've got some ideas for a race, you can slap them in and they will exist in your game. And if you've got a really good idea for a race, you can give me a bell and I might put it in the game. So that's the description. Now we want to write some names for Soul Eaters. So we can use human names as default, or we can pick our own name for the Soul Eaters. So we're going to write our own names. So I want to enter a new name. We're going to choose... so what kind of names would Soul Eaters have? I don't know, let's think of one. What kind of ghoulish names would they have? No. Huh. I can't think of a good naming convention. Sounds spacey. This is difficult, actually, sort of creating a whole new fantasy race off your brain for a video. Okay, ghouls, demons, ghosts. No, they got to sound like Asian and ominous. Okay. No. I don't know. Random names. That'll do. And what faces will they have? So we can go with what will they look like? They will look like ghosts. And congratulations, you successfully created a new race. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start a new game, and we're going to select races. And you notice the very bottom, the newest one, Soul Eaters, 79. So let's create a bunch of Soul Eater kingdoms so we can experience them for ourselves. And we're going to go for casual, and let's let the game load, and the game will now pick through all the races it's generated until it finds ours. This can take a few seconds, possibly half a minute, maybe longer. Okay, so we're all done. So we've randomly generated a bunch of races. We've got Fungus Soul Eaters, Flame Soul Eaters, Furious Soul Eaters, Infected Soul Eaters, Two-Headed Soul Eaters, and then the other default races in the game. So we're going to skip the ceremony and let's go straight into diplomacy and check these guys out. And you notice some of the names that have been used. So we've got the Furious Soul Eaters tribe and the Flame Soul Eaters tribe, the Glass New communities of Useless, the Sand New Masterdom of Uvasar, and the Clanlands of the Two-Headed Soul Eaters. So these are the kingdoms that we've just made. Master Uselix the Fragile. This is what he looks like. He has no face because he's a ghost, because they're invisible. And let's have a look at the troop tree. So we've got Fungus Soul Eater, Fungus Soul Eater Reaver, and Fungus Soul Eater Planewalker. So their battle score is actually the same as default. What about the Flame Soul Eaters? Their troop tree is... So you'll notice these guys are stronger. I guess the Flame thing gives them a big boost. So you've got Flame Soul Eaters, Flame Soul Eater Reavers, Flame Soul Eater Planeswalker. If we look at the Furious ones, they might be even better. And yep, they are. The Furious ones are even stronger, Furious Soul Eaters. Then we've got the Sand, or the Infected ones. They're weaker. They're much weaker. Their lowest unit is 55 battle score. That's insane. So I guess the Infection weakens them. Two-Headed Soul Eaters. They're a little bit weaker, actually, surprisingly. So that's weird. So yeah, those are all the kingdoms we've generated. So that is how you add a new race to the game. We've got Soul Eaters in the game. They'll do things. They'll exist in the game, and they don't disappear unless you delete them or update your game file. You'll always have those races in the game. So you can in theory clear out all the old sort of races I've got and just use your own, which is kind of cool. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Anything you don't understand, feel free to shoot me a message, and I'd love to see some of the races you guys have come up with. So thanks for watching, guys. I will catch you next time.